Okay, we're on the air. Good. This should be interesting. I have no idea why I'm doing this. Oh well. Yeah, let's just see what happens, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose it's just a stream where people can ask anything about my channel. Only channel related things. So any certain people in the chat, just things about related to my channel, which is just out there, I suppose. Don't know how long the stream will go on for, but we'll just have to see. I have no idea what doing the point of this was, but oh well. Sorry about that noise. No idea what that was. Hey, James55. Can't quite call on Discord right now. May I join stream? Yeah, sure. What I'll do, any servers that you're in, I'll just ping the link across to. Yeah, I'll just quickly ping the link across to a few Discord servers and try and get some people on. Can my OC join your series? Jessica the LMS Chinty. Right now, I don't have many OCs in my series. When I do get my hands on another Thomas model, I already have a few OCs that I need to start working on, but I do need a heavy amount of Thomases. Obviously, for your OC as well, Jessica, I want to use a Thomas, so I just need to get a few Thomases in. What server did you put it in? The link. Oh, right, yeah. I threw that in the well, I just threw that in your DMs. A few other servers. I think GingerCat65's main server, something like that. But yeah, to answer that question, Jessica, I'll have to see what I can do, get around to it. But I do have a lot of OCs that are work in progress right now. Okay, I'm back. Just have to take care of a couple of things. Stream's still working. Yeah. Okay, good. Oh, we have someone. James55, you're now on.
Hello, Zach. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Just watching Thomas and the Magic Railroad.
Fair enough.
It's the 20th anniversary edition.
Ah, nice. I remember watching that for the first time, like really, really young, and I remember thinking, why do the engines sound like women?
Why did James sound like a woman?
Oh,
He was like, I'm feeling a little blue.
it's like
I
James, what's going on? It's
I
like
find
James, what's?
Do you know what I find sad? That the actor that played in this movie is dead.
Oh damn.
And you can guess
I
who
will
I'm
admit.
talking about.
Hang on.
I'll give you a hint. He's the carekeeper of Lady.
Oh damn, yeah. Oh god, I remember doing a tribute to him a couple of months back, Peter Fonda.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
he's
sad that he's
gone too
gone.
soon, man.
But I guess
knew
his
him. Knew him from
How
quite a
you
few
doing?
films.
Yes, I know one movie where his motorcycle took place in one of them in a movie.
Yeah. A quite funny scene, which I've been debating whether it is or not, but I've come to the evidence after looking at a zoom in of the footage. It's the scene where Burnett Stone is with Lily, like after Stacy drops her off. You see a motorcycle drive off. That is actually part of the deleted footage. That is PT Boomer. It's got to be. There's no one else it could. Because I remember watching a lot of deleted footage from the film, which I got my hands on. I'm not going to say where because it must remain anonymous. But
Can I at least know, like, in a Discord chat on your DM so I can keep secret? You could trust me. I'm one of Lady's masters of magic.
I don't know, but yeah, I just saw like after seeing the footage, like I saw a lot of deleted things, and then I watched the Thomas and the Magic Railroad parody, which Mr. Conductor fan 1406 made, and that is basically just a rehash of the deleted cut. But when I watched the director's normal cut of it, like which Britt Allcroft obviously found out.
Zach, I realized Zach, I was watching this movie yesterday, and in the chase scene, I saw a person on the back of Diesel 10's cab, like a
Once again,
person.
that's Boomer, because in the deleted chase scene, PT Boomer comes out of the magic buffers because he blows up the mountain in the original one, trying to kill Burnett, Lady, etc. Well, trying to scrap Lady for good. And yeah, what happens is Thomas that's how Thomas gets shaken off the mountain. It was never the wind. What bullshit. Oh. Almost cursed. Okay,
Yeah,
let's not go there.
I figured out who should have been
the wind.
excuse me.
Boomer.
I figured out who should have. I figured out who should have been taken out of this movie for Edward to be in this.
True. I saw this.
No, listen. There's a certain character that I think that should not be in this movie. That doesn't have any point to this. The only character that doesn't have a point in this movie is Birdie. What does he do? You only see him appear at certain times in this movie. So just replace him with Edward and give him more lines.
True. I feel like with Edward, I saw a Trains parody of Diesel 10 chasing after Percy. Diesel 10 runs out of fuel and Edward trolls him. And it was called Edward and the Magic Railroad. And obviously Edward's explained to a little boy. That's why I wasn't in it. Obviously, Edward was meant to be the hero, according to this thing, but
wait, I'm at the part where Diesel 10 knocks the shed over.
I just heard that. I just heard it's the old teapot. Yeah, Thomas and the Magic Railroad is an interesting movie. I mean,
you could actually hear the movie through my speaker thing. You could hear it.
I can hear some bits, but what I remember watching a few deleted scenes, but yeah, Boomer, basically, he blows up the mountain, and as Thomas comes off, the whole thing's muted, but through lip reading, it looks like he says one engine is better than another, and he hops, and he, like, grabs onto Thomas. So, as Thomas comes through the buffers, so does Boomer. Boomer lands on Diesel 10, and obviously it goes from there, and there's deleted footage of Boomer in the barge. Oh, that literally, it was pretty damn priceless. TR9, hello there. Hello there.
Zach, do you remember you remember how Thomas has his own song called He's a Really Useful Engine?
Yeah.
Remember how Henry's backing up next to Gordon, which Gordon has a flatbed of trucks behind him in that scene? If you pause the film?
Right.
But I just realized something. Remember where Diesel 10 told to stop being stupid?
Oh,
and how he hit it and the coal went down? And
then Gordon.
Exactly. He's pulling the flatbeds and Henry's going by him.
Oh, wait. Now I remember. I was watching a GWR Studios Goof video, and that's where I remember that from. Yeah. Oh, God. There were so many flawed things in this movie, which not releasing the original cut messed up. Like, the original cut, it could have been very, very interesting, but I just feel like one thing that really confused me, because I'm British, was Shining Time. I was so confused until I watched a few episodes of Shining Time. And after watching it, what came to me is one of the main characters was Schemer, I think. He was nowhere to be seen, which was quite interesting if he was such a big character.
I wish Schemer was in this movie. He would have given this movie a great twist.
Yeah, it could have really been interesting.
Hey, I figured out how the truck went through the buffers instead of having the truck stop at the buffers. I figured it out.
Okay.
Remember how that tumbleweed that talks?
Yeah, that always confused me. I was like, what the hell has a tumbleweed got to do with this? Frick's a tumbleweed.
Hold on, let me explain. The tumbleweed touched the buffers before the truck went through it. he touched it and the truck went through it.
I would admit one thing. If this was with Thomas the Magic Railroad, one thing, like after watching some of the promos, one thing that triggered me, Diesel 10's voice. In the trailer, he had a really menacing, like, out of my way! But then, so, because obviously my Diesel 10 voice is inspired off of the Thomas the Magic Railroad trailers. In the actual thing, his voice reminds me of Krusty the freaking Clown from The Simpsons, like, hey, kids!
Wait, now I'm at the bridge scene where Diesel 10's about to drop Mr. Conductor in the water.
This scene was so poorly executed. Surely, Diesel 10's claw, when Mr. Conductor cut the pressure wire, surely it shouldn't have flung him, which, yeah, surely it would have disabled the claw, causing it to open and dropping Mr. Conductor down a river.
Wait, wouldn't that be called mass murder by Diesel 10s?
You could say so, but...
And how does it get his claw sideways?
He can rotate it. Remember the scene where he's at the sheds with Thomas and James? We see his claw sort of like, as he's going like heaps of useless scrap, his claw, like, he points it out, snaps it from side to side, like rotating it. It's like a really short moment, but Diesel 10's claw goes like, as he's like threatening Thomas and James, his claw goes from side to side, like the actual claw, not the arm, goes side to side.
That's enough. Diesel 10,
that's enough.
Pinchy's gonna launch Mr. Conductor back into the sky and go to the windmill. And Mr. Conductor actually sticked up the middle finger in this movie.
Did he really? Where?
Here, I'll show you. Good thing this Powers has cam. So I'm going to show you where he sticks up the... Oh, you're going to... Dang it, I missed it. Hold on, I'm getting to it.
I remember an Easter egg in...
Whoops.
Done. 11 seconds.
Hold on.
Jason, good to have you on. Oh, gosh.
Look.
There it is. That's because your middle finger is your longest finger. Like, he's trying to grab it. He's trying to grab it. Like, your middle finger is your longest finger. You got to use your long finger to reach it. Like, you can just imagine trying to do it with your pinky finger. It's like... Thank God for his middle finger being a little bit longer.
Hey,
I remember watching a parody to...
I think I figured out something cool. If you and I were both humans like them in this movie, and we both were launched onto Diesel 10, would you think it'd be fun to surf on top of a diesel?
No. Fozzie BTW, how many subs am I hoping for by the end of this year? Well, the channel's going a lot quicker now, so I'm hoping for maybe 200 seems realistic by the end of the year at the rate I'm going. This year, we started the year with about 125. We're at 134 currently, so it's definitely a reasonable goal.
They're at the call shoot thing again. Like I said, that's a goof. How could Henry be happy when he was crossed? Shouldn't the cross scene be with the cross scene with this scene?
It just varies, really. I mean, what could have been interesting with Thomas the Magic Railroad? The script, for me, it was written very poorly, quite lazy. I wasn't overly impressed. I remember watching it as a kid. I thought something's not right here. And here I am about 10 years later, and I still just think something's a mess with it. Like, some films, my opinion has got more positive over, some it's got more negative over. Thomas and the Magic Railroad is one that's gotten a little bit more negative after watching a few deleted scenes and figuring out. And after reading the original script as well, it could have been a lot better.
Oh, I have a question. Would it be cool if they actually did a twist on this? that Patch and Lily get married 10 years later?
Funny you mention that, because I remember seeing a thing where Lily appears and Patch is married to her.
And they have
Oh.
kids.
Another question. Yeah, another question's thrown in. Wouldn't Junior have flew off Diesel 10 while surfing? Definitely Duck 1172 or I'll just gonna say Jason. He definitely would have flew off. I mean, Diesel 10. By the looking, he was doing at least 80, 90 miles an hour. He would have been going very, very quickly. His basis, the warship, can do nearly 100, so definitely going quickly.
Can I also put something into this question?
Yep.
Now, Jason, remember how Junior likes going to the beach all the time? He must have done a lot of practicing of surfing that he must have gotten so well, you could probably do it on a moving object going 80 miles per hour.
This varies. Hang on, Jason's put something else. They got married in the director's cut. That is so true. At the end of the film, you know where you see clips over Shining Time?
Yeah?
You see that family, like that group of people with like the horse. That's Lily, Patch, and their kids. It's never names, but yeah, in the director's cut, they do actually get married.
I find that cool.
That is really
now,
cool.
I have a question for the people listening to this, if I may ask.
Okay.
Do you think
Hang on.
Do you think Junior was a good choice? Wait. Do you think Junior would have been? Wait, hold on. I just need to rephrase my question. Hold on.
Okay. Hang on. Whilst you rephrase it, another question's coming. TR9 Gaming. Have you seen the episode where you hit "Look out for the train"? Yeah, I think it's Thomas and the truck. So he's going up the hill. You hear one of the directors go, "Look out for the train." How did that slip through? Oh boy. Hang on. Duck 1172, Jason. The surfboards don't go fast AF. Sorry for the language. Oh, it's all right. You didn't actually swear, so that's fine. But yeah, that is pretty true. Plus, when you're on a surfboard, it's kind of a little more chill. When you're on an 80-mile-an-hour heavy metal monster with a hideous claw, a face that says, "I'm gonna eat you up for dinner," and yeah, it's interesting, really. You would definitely fall off. I agree with Jason here because you're doing like 90 miles an hour, let's just say, on a diesel train. I've been in an open top car, and that is very, very windy. If you're standing on a diesel train, like going that quickly, it's definitely gonna blow you off because like the draft, it's just gonna whee. You will blow straight off. One thing that confused me, why is it called Thomas and the Magic Railroad? Oh, another question from Fozzie BTW. Arsenal getting back on form. Thoughts? It's too early to tell, Lewis. I definitely think it's early days still, but you know what? We can do it. Hopefully, I mean, we're pulling it back one game at a time. Jason, imagine surfing on Pinchy. Oh no. Oh god.
Oh, I'd be like, yee-hoo!
Surfing on Pinchy, that would be frightening. But Diesel 10 just lifts up Pinchy, you're just up there like, wah! Like, let me go! Oh god. Oh, poor Junior. If he was on top of Pinchy and Diesel 10 just raised it, tried to yeet him off. Oh, poor
guys,
Junior.
I can tell you my favorite scene in this movie. My favorite scene is where James and Junior are at the scrapyard, and the Diesel 10 almost tries to scratch James, but they disappear right after Diesel 10 tries to get them. And I'm like, yay, my favorite character lives!
And another thing from that scene also gave us one of the biggest memes in the Thomas and Friends fandom. James the Brains, get us out of here. That is so damn used a lot.
Yeah, I know something that would be better. Guys, I know it's something be cooler. If my OC was created in the series instead of James, I would have just disappeared with Junior on my smoke box anyway.
Fair enough.
Oh, and Zach, if you're wondering what's the different profile picture now since the original on my Discord chat, this is actually my dark side me.
Ah, damn.
This is called Red Demon. He's the opposite of me.
Funny you mention that, actually. Because a secret thing in my series, Timothy still has his demons. As revealed in the latest TWA rap battle I released, Timothy's demon shows out a couple of times in it. Very shortly, but it's there. Timothy does still have his demons, but in my one, he's almost gone to therapy and learned how to control it, but it's not really therapy per se. He's just gotten stronger.
Oh, Zach, I got the question for you.
Yeah.
Zach, yeah. Considering James's nature, I feel like he would have retailed against Diesel 10. What do you mean by that, Jason?
Oh, well, considering James's nature, I feel like he would have retaliated against Diesel 10. James, we've seen, he is I'm not gonna lie, he is a bit of a tough guy, or he tries to be, and he's a bit of a twat. He would have definitely retaliated against Diesel 10, that is no question. You can say it was menacing, James is near his death. James is, being threatened by a big claw, but once again, we've seen it in JBS, Journey Beyond Sodor. James, he will definitely show up a fight. He was sassy towards Frankie and Hurricane when they were enslaving him. James is a vein engine, and he has balls. I can't lie. James has balls.
Hey guys, remember how Junior said hello, Hattie? I'm at that scene right now.
Hello, Hattie. Hello, Buster.
Oh, hello, Hattie.
And Fat Hat at the other end of the phone. Hello, twatface.
Yes, sir, dumb head, sir. Oh, he just wanted to be friendly. No, he's not a dog. Let's just say he's a good trainer.
I will admit one thing with
now Junior is now going on the. Hey Zach, would it be cool if you were Junior going on the windmill and saying, "This is like the fun fair"?
No, it would not be. I feel like with Thomas and Friends, well, with this film in particular, I forgot now. I feel like one thing that's always bugged me is the fact that Mr. Conductor in this film, one thing I remember watching a review of Thomas the Magic Railroad, one thing that's confused me, and I will quote it in a second. What is the deal? Because what I think, I'm going to focus on here.
Zach.
Yeah?
You might want to know that Junior just got flinged on and now he's on Diesel 10's cab right now.
I will admit one thing that bugs me is the size issue. What I think...
up here, Mr. Kahuna. Oh yeah? Watch me. Take the moon, doggy. Yeah! James. Diesel's hijacked him.
What my theory is, personally, is that Thomas, the tank engine, is in the damn real world. Shining Time is at the end of the portal. Thomas and the tank engine is at the real world. I know. I saw him at the Midhants Railway when I was 3 years old. That's a fact. Ergo, because Mr. Conductor, Alec Baldwin, is also normal sized. So is Junior. So, ergo, people from Shining Time are just freaking giants. They're just humongous. They're just fucking giants, okay? Excuse me for the swearing there, but they are just giants, alright? Thomas the Tank Engine is a normal, standard gauge size steam locomotive. Alec Baldwin, Mr. Conductor, is normal sized. So is Junior. Lily is a fucking giant. Yeah?
Jack, may I say something? I know this sounds like a bad stream, but I'm thinking, can I give you my lines for the characters I'd say I do for your Stories at War thing?
I've actually cancelled Stories of War. If you're still interested in any roles, have a look at my Discord server. There's a few things in there.
Yeah, I told you what certain roles I had. I
Yeah.
sent them to you when I was in your server.
Alright, okay, I'll have to have a look. Hang on. Ryan McKee, Spotter and Trains. What bugs me is that the second villain was not removed.
I think they're talking about Diesel 10 being the second villain.
Yeah, Diesel 10 though. I feel like Diesel 10 was a better engine to capitalize on rather than Boomer. Fair enough, Boomer, obviously he's mad at Burnett, but because both villains were as good as the other, because now Diesel 10 is saying, now I'll get you Burnett Stone, it makes no sense. Because Diesel 10, he don't give a flying damn about friggin' Burnett Stone, he just wants Lady. It's Boomer who wants Burnett Stone for stealing Tasha when they were in high school. That's not a theory, that's a fact.
I can't believe Alec Baldwin was chosen for this. If they decided to make it a UK version of this movie, they would have made Michael Angelis the master conductor for this movie.
Exactly.
Because Michael Angelis was narrator for seasons 5, 6, and 7.
Yeah, obviously, Alec Baldwin. For some dubs, he was the narrator, wasn't he, of the American?
Billy Shupak, Jason? That's a tugboat, not a human. We're talking about P.T. Boomer.
Well, Billy Shupak is still decent. I feel like Diesel 10, what my theory is that he's not illegal. His claw isn't illegal. Because what I agree with is when Mr. A the Hedgehog made 1963, he said Diesel 10 explains to Luca the A3 that they needed a new crane, so Diesel 10 was fitted with the claw. That's fair. And personally, another thing I agree with is that Victor Tanzig, he refers to Diesel 10 as Josh. It's so clear that Diesel 10 is going to have a claw one day. Joshua. He does say, and you can call me Josh, a little more informal. But yeah, we'll just go with Joshua. Joshua, obviously, it's a little better than Josh. Well, it's a little better than Diesel 10. Diesel 10 sounds more like, I feel like, according to the parody, he's referred to as Project D10. Like, that sounds better. Obviously, I feel like Diesel 10 should have had a proper name instead of just Diesel 10. Fair enough, 10 out of 10 for Devious D's, blah, 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 blah.
Hey, Zach, do you have an idea of yourself?
Hey?
Like, do you have a character that looks like you, what you would look like as a Thomas and Friends character?
I have one, then I have Lewis, who's named after one of my best mates. And,
Hold on. Wait for me, please.
Oh, hang on. Jason,
the reason why I'm asking is because if your OC and my OC were in this movie behind Thomas and we decided to go with him, that'd be cool. Yeah. Then we could be in the chase with... Oh, I get what you mean, Jason. Billy Shupak the Tug's like... Oh, I know what you mean. If they did a scene with P.T. Boomer and Billy Shupak, he ordering Diamondite from Billy Shupak, that makes sense now.
Yeah, because what I was saying about earlier with the original cut is that P.T. Boomer blew up the mountain. Well, obviously, all he did was knock Thomas off the mountain, down the hill, and teleport into the ground. That makes no sense. Does that mean when Lady returns to the workshop, she pops out the ground, goes up and into the cave? I'm not buying that. I'm not buying that.
I'm wondering how Thomas... I thought Thomas was going to pop through the workshop and go through that whole thing like what Lady went through.
Oh boy. That would have been better. But the fact he went into the ground and just popped onto Sodor, well, onto the railroad behind Lady, I'm not buying that. Surely Thomas would not have been behind Lady if Lady stepped out of the workshop about 10 minutes later. Surely Thomas would already be on Sodor and Lady pops out.
Zach.
Yeah?
I have a question. Do you think the Thomas that they use for this scene is a real life model of the engine and not an animation?
I think I don't really know with that. I'm not sure. Oh, hang on,
I
Jason.
feel like that's
Sailor
an
John
animation.
Sailor John works with Billy Stupak? I mean, actually, I have a few ideas for what Sailor John's backstory is. The first one is that he's an immigrant from Poland who came looking for the treasure. The reason I think this is because, A, he sounds a little bit Polish, like very faintly Polish. I have a Polish mate, so I know what he sounds like. And the other thing being is that a lot of theories is that his surname is Wolfowski. That sounds very, very Polish to me. Once again, I'm not stereotyping here. I have a Polish mate and his name ends in ski. It's a very, very, very Polish thing. Big Poland. The fact that Sailor John works with Billy Stupak, it makes sense.
Do you think he could have been Billy Stupak's? Sailor John was Billy Stupak's owner of a dynamite company?
You know, I think that's where Sailor John got his dynamite from. He went to Billy Stupak, like, yo, give me some dynamite so I can yeet it at a tank engine.
But what about P.T. Boomer? Wait, I have a theory. What if P.T. Boomer...
What's his full name?
What do you think? Wait, hold on. I have a theory. What if P.T. Boomer... What if Sailor John is related to P.T. Boomer?
I don't think that'd work really as much. Because P.T. Boomer, if he's around the same age as Burnett, would have grown up around the 1960s. He would have been significantly older than Sailor John.
Guys, they're in the scrapyard scene now. And James is on... And James's whistle is gone.
That's a thing I've wondered. With the whistles, is the whistle how they speak? Is it like their vocal cords?
Guys, picture this. This is me and Junior at the exit. And I'm like, Junior, what are we going to do? And I'm like, help. Help me.
When I get a lady...
Wait, can I just reenact the scene with my OC in it, please?
I don't know. You should do like what I'm thinking one day I'll do. I'll do a rehash of Thomas and the Magic Railroad, but starring OCs. So it will be OCs that I've created. So if I ever got a spare James, I'd make your OC. I'm working on Ginger Cat 65's OC Luca. I need to remake Jimmy. I need to redo Adam after I had to turn him into Osborne's character.
Wait, you're making my OC?
Yeah, I'll try to. I need to get James, a lot of Thomas's. I need to get a lot.
Do you think they try and get a wooden railway Charlie and a Hero just to cut off the tender and Charlie's wheels for my wheels that are red?
Oh, that's so difficult though, because like, with my OCs, I don't really. The only time I've ever like taken parts off of a engine is I took a tender engine for Adam, sawed off the cab, and then flattened it out so it looked more like Adam. That's the only time I've ever actually edited. The only thing I ever do is remove the faces if necessary. That's all I ever do to the engine.
And Adam is dead in Victor Tansik's series now.
It was reasonable. Adam was like, right now, Adam would be about 150. He was 75 when he put himself to rest. That's fair. To be fair, I like Victor Tansik's series for Metal Fatigue because surely if we have cancer, other life-threatening illnesses, like the current one, do not mention that I will get slated.
Hey guys, did you know that the prop is owned by the Magic Railroad community now? And the prop is just moving right now.
What I really, really want to know in Thomas and the Magic Railroad, who owns the Diesel 10 model? I want to know that so badly.
You mean the model for the movie?
Yeah.
You know what I'd like to have now? The Thomas and the Magic Railroad James.
I'll be back in 2 seconds. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Okay. Does anyone in the street have a question for me? So, does
I'm
anyone
back.
have a question? Oh, good, you're back.
Yeah.
They're at the scene where Green for
What's
Glory's
going on?
almost done.
Some of the stuff inside of the Magic Railroad confuses me. Like, there's a lot of confusion going on in this movie. Oh, hang on. Jason, the thing is, most people use Victor's timeline instead of creating their own. It gets pretty annoying when you see Adam get the final firing in like 60 different series. Yeah, Jason, if you watched my season finale for season 2 on the 1st of December 2020, well, it was a two-parter. In the first part, Adam is considering retirement, but in the second part, I do mention the final firing, but he doesn't take it. Instead, he decides to retire because he doesn't have metal fatigue in my series. It is briefly mentioned, as Adam says, no, I don't have metal fatigue, but which obviously shows there are some things canon from Victor Tanzig's series in mine. But yeah, that's Victor Tanzig. I do use some of his things with like the final firing, but I will not have a character use the final firing because it will trigger people, and I don't want to trigger people. However, when Victor did it, I was upset, but then I found it reasonable because if you think of Adam's age and his design, he's a Victorian design, and in real life, his class, the Radial Tank, were very, very poor runners. They weren't the stuff that Adam is used for in Victor Tanzig's series. He would have worn out quickly and attracted metal fatigue. That's fair. Plus the fact he fought in the war effort.
You know his class is actually still running on the Bluebell Railway, right?
Yeah, I do. Remember, I am British. I live extremely close to the Bluebell Railway.
How is the Bluebell working on coal?
No idea.
Because someone told me that all British railways that run heritage railways that have steam engines, coal is being jeopardized.
Yes and no. What a lot of railways have to do because coal is obviously no one's like mining it anymore. Like right now, because of certain circumstances in our environment. Obviously, some railways have to use their diesel locomotives a lot more as well.
How many diesels are on the Bluebell Railway?
I think none.
Well, that's poor.
What the Bluebell Railway focused on when they began in the 1960s, what they focused on was saving Southern Railway Victorian locos like Stepney, and Adams Radial Tank. That's what. Well, I'm pretty sure Adam's basis is on the Bluebell Railway, so I'm planning to make that Radial Tank Adam. Yeah, that would be correct, Jason. Hang on, let me see if I can find my Adam model quickly. I'll be back in a moment.
Does anyone want to know what scene I'm at now in this movie that I'm watching?
Hang on, I'm just searching. No, that's Lily. That's not Adam. I saw the WNS logo. I was like, is that Adam? Where is Adam? Where are you, senor? Adam. Where is Adam?
I'm at the chase scene now.
There's Colin. There's Adam. Hey, Adam, my boy. Let me just whip up my Adam model. So I have my Adam model.
You know what I find terrifying in this movie?
What?
Is that most of the Diesel 10 is like Pinchy's actually trying to grab Thomas's bunker and rip it off.
Yeah, you know, that's what he tried to do, derail Thomas or kill him. So I've got my Adam model here right now. And so what I did, I took it's a Big Jigs engine. It's just like an off-brand. So it's a tender engine. This used to be...
I can't see anything.
My camera is on.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
Oh, hang on, let me just refresh it. There we go. But yeah, it says I do have my camera on. Yep, it's working. But for my Adam, this used to be Nathan's model, who was an OC of mine. He was Alfred's brother, who was actually killed, which was quite dark. Since only one engine has ever died, and only one engine I'm planning on killing. But that's a story for another day.
You know, if Victor Tanzik made a catchphrase T-shirt of saying that, I bet everyone around the world who watches his series would probably wear them all the time and say it as a meme.
Well, it's a good sort of phrase. I'm just gonna turn my camera on. It's a good phrase. Like, it leaves us on a cliffhanger, especially for the cliffhanger scenes.
Do you know what I find that's really weird about this movie? Is when Diesel 10 is on the right side of the tracks, but how did he get on the same line as Lady and Thomas?
Points.
But there were no points during that scene near that bend. I did not see any visual points.
Do you know about the Thomas and the Magic Railroad parody?
Yeah, the one where George flips Diesel 10 onto the other line to chase Thomas instead of Lady?
Well, Thomas and Lady were on the same track, so obviously Thomas gets switched onto the same track. So then, obviously, Diesel 10 is on the other track. Crazy Tails pals. No, this isn't Discord. This is StreamYard. But anyway, Diesel 10 got switched onto the other track. That's the whole idea of that. But I've never really agreed with that until the parody came out. That parody was really, really impressive. I'd like to talk about that because it did rectify a lot of issues which I had with the film. The first being Boomer's backstory.
Zach, may I say my my Thomas the Tank Engine Magic Railroad impression of Thomas?
Go on then.
Okay, I haven't done impressions of Magic Railroad engines in a while, so this may be a bit rusty. So, bossy sprockets, all that steam has gone to your funnel.
That's not actually too bad.
I wonder if I could do the rest of them. Name a character.
Henry.
Toby's right. Diesel knows that the lost engine in the legend really exists. Of an engine whose magic makes her more powerful than Diesel will ever be. That's why he wants to find her.
What I've never agreed with was the cast of that film. Never, ever. The only characters which I thought were nailed were Junior, although I don't see how he could have a Scottish accent when Mr. Conductor is a Yankee.
That makes sense.
Sorry if that's an offensive term to any Americans.
Hey! I just realized that now.
That's what American people sometimes. I don't know if it's a term in America, but obviously some British people do say Yanks. Obviously, Gordon says it in the parody. You mean that Yank in that ghastly blue outfit? I mean, sparkle, sparkle and all that. It's completely preposterous. A parlor trick, more likely. I just spat everyone I did that voice. I never do Gordon's voice like that.
If anyone's in the chat, you can name a character from Magic Road that you can hear me impressionized.
What I tend to do is if I disagree with the character's voice, then I really do I like change them completely. Diesel 10's voice, it's partly inspired from Andrew Liago, partly inspired from the Thomas and the Magic Railroad trailer. It's deeper than Andrew Liago's slightly, and it's a little more aggressive.
Okay, since you mentioned Diesel 10, I'll try his voice. Get out of my way! I have some unfinished business here. I want to finish it fast.
Diesel 10's voice in the Railroad, I'm just gonna call it Tatma from now on. It's a bit like with Big World, Big Adventures. People call it Wobber. I'm gonna call it Tatma. But yeah, in Tatma, Diesel 10's voice, I'm okay at. It's not the best.
Any other characters that you can't do that I could probably do?
I don't know. One character I always struggle to do is Thomas himself. Like, I can never find a good voice for Thomas, so I just use my normal voice.
Hold on. Let me try. You said you couldn't work well with Gordon?
Not in Thomas and the Magic Railroad. In my normal thing, his voice is based off of Oh, hang on. His voice is actually based off of the I can't remember their name, but it'll come back to me at some point. But it's based off of their Thomas.
Hold on, let me try Gordon. Give me a scene where Gordon's in.
The scene. The scene where they're at the station and Diesel 10 blows by.
You mean where he's talking to Thomas in a stern way, where he's counting his numbers?
Yeah, that one. 5, 6, 7, 8. Who do we?
Okay, got it.
Not Gordon.
Okay, let me try this. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm counting how many seconds late you are. What does that sign say? But you weren't on time, little Thomas. How's that?
That's actually pretty good.
I'll try.
One character is heavily off.
You first.
One character's voice originally with Croven, 87546. I was originally going to portray him with quite a deep voice, but I rectified that and changed it similar to Thomas and T1E2 Henry III's voice, but slightly. Did you watch Andrew Liago's Halloween special, The Revenge of Alfred?
Yes, I did.
It's based off of Croven's voice in that, and Thomas 1 Edward 2 Henry III's voice. To create sort of, yeah, I thought so too, but now I see the truth. I was just your pawn, your minion. You manipulated me with your hateful ways. My Alfred voice is improving. My angry Alfred voice is pretty good.
I'm gonna try Splatter and Dodge now.
Oh, I can do them. Okay. Destroy, DT destroy, E-Bird. And then Diesel 10. Okay. Yeah, destroy with Pinchy. That's my Thomas the Magic Railroad.
Zach, this is going to work. This is how this is going to work. I'm going to make an impression of a character from Tamahar.
Let's go with Thomas the Magic Railroad, or just Magic Railroad.
I'm going to do an impression from an engine from Magic Railroad, and you have to give me a rating of 5 paint cans on how well I do the engine impression.
Okay.
And I'm going to go in number order from steam engines that appeared in this movie. So, Thomas. I'm trying to think.
Just do like that, practicing your numbers, Gordon.
Okay. Who do we appreciate? Practicing your numbers, Gordon. That's a good engine. Sodor Railway. Really reliable and right on time. Signed, head of the railway, Sir Topham Hatt.
But you weren't on time, little Thomas.
And you're being bossy, Gordon. Now, please excuse me. I'm meeting Mr. Conductor. He's looking after us while Sir Topham Hatt takes a much-needed holiday.
Well, I think we can take care of ourselves. Get out of my way! I've got unfinished business here and I want to finish it fast! Oh, Diesel 10's back! Oh.
Yes! 10 out of 10 for devious deeds and brutal strength. The blast from the past who hate steam engines.
Perhaps we do need Mr. Conductor here after all. On time, too.
How's that? How many paint cans would you rate that? Red paint cans.
Paint cans. I'd say 4. That's pretty good.
Okay, Edward didn't appear, so Henry's next. Look,
fuck you,
Toby's right. Diesel knows that the lost engine in the legend really exists. An engine whose magic makes her more powerful than Diesel will ever be. That's why he wants to find her. My smoke box doesn't feel sunny, it feels stuffed up. And Diesel is after the lost engine. How's that?
That was pretty good. It wasn't quite there. Like, it's more like Toby's right. Diesel knows the lost engine really exists. An engine of... I can't remember the lines off the top of my head, but an engine whose power makes her more powerful than Diesel could ever be.
So how much would you rate the Henry voice? How many paint
I'd say
cans?
3.57 paint cans. Don't ask why it was 5.7. It was just a random decimal.
Okay, Gordon. 5, 6, 7, 8. Who do we appreciate? Practicing your numbers, Gordon. That's a good engine. I'm counting how many seconds late you are. What does that sign say? But you weren't on time, little Thomas. I think we can take care of ourselves. The Diesel 10's back. Maybe we do need Mr. Conductor here after all. On time, too. How many paint cans?
I'm so confused why you're using paint cans here.
Sorry, but that was the closest thing. It was either paint cans or funnels.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'd go with, again, 3.5.
Okay, well, James. Mr. C, why do you look so tired? Diesel says, is it because I'm red? Diesel says red is a very tiring color, but Mr. C, I think red looks so well in the snow. It's not me, is it? Oh, good. How was that?
I'd say that was pretty good. Say 4.5.
Okay, 6. How about I do 6 and 7 since Toby and Percy were in the same scene at the sheds?
Fair enough.
What's important is we stand up on our own wheels to Diesel. What engine? What legend? I'm sorry, you two. Diesel heard every word you said. I'm going after him to see what he does next. You better carry on and get the mail delivered. Oh, you're very brave, Toby. Oh, Diesel won't bother with an old engine like me. He thinks I'm very useless. What do you guys think?
Sorry about that. Hang on, I'm gonna have to call the stream to a close in a minute. I'm just gonna answer this question and I'm just gonna respond to this and then I'm gonna end it. I like how Diesel 10 wanted to take over the steam trains, but it backfired in a way in the real world. Yeah, I think Diesel 10. It wasn't very good the way he planned it. I mean, yeah, but I don't agree with the fact that he's back. He should have been on trial instead. That's what I don't get. Alright, I'm going to stream.